is what you get for now. We can circle back when you can count.
Okay.
From the time Yee showed up on Piers Morgan's show Ready for Chaos, Piers was totally stunned and viewers wondered what the hell had just happened.
Who has ever put a hand
To the time Young Vadu punched Coco live on air. These are rappers' most tweaked out moments caught on camera.
You gotta take that back.
I'll take it back.
During a highly charged interview, tension escalated dramatically between rapper Quando Rondo and media personality DJ Academics. The conflict arose after Academics made comments that seemed to misrepresent the complex background and mindset of Quando Rondo, which led the rapper to become visibly agitated and nearly aggressive. The root of this conflict can be traced to a phrase DJ Academics used, referring to Quando Rondo as having little man syndrome.
And I think people ego, they would never say that.
Huh?
Like you admitting that there was a time that you had little man syndrome.
This term, often implying insecurity or overcompensation due to perceived physical shortcomings, was interpreted by Academics as a simple jab. Quando Rondo explained that this so-called syndrome wasn't a superficial personality flaw, but rather an adaptive survival mechanism shaped by his harsh life experiences, including incarceration. Now, he described his behavior as a strategic response to the environment he grew up in, a place where asserting dominance and demonstrating strength were necessary for survival. However, the situation grew more intense when Academics used the phrase devil's advocate to frame a question. Rondo, unfamiliar or maybe unprepared for a metaphorical use of this phrase, took it literally as an invocation of the devil.
I'm asking this in a devil's advocate way.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I promise you, for you even just saying the devil name, I wanna just take these microphones off and walk out that door.
This misunderstanding deeply unsettled him, causing discomfort and anger. Rondo's reaction was to almost walk out of this interview, showing how powerful and dangerous such misinterpretations can be when layered on top of a person's already difficult background.
I can't let you slide with that.
No.
This some devilish.
No, it's not devil. No.
What you put the devil name in it, buddy?
No.
I'm serious.
All right, hold on.
What could have been just a simple clarification instead becomes a flashpoint. DJ Academic's attempt at humor and rhetorical questioning collided with Rondo's real fears and mistrust, nearly turning a conversation into a physical confrontation. Fortunately, the situation de-escalated, but the underlying danger was very real.
You gotta take that back.
I'll take it back.
Boy,
I'm
cancel that. Boy, take that back to hell.
I'm asking this from a different perspective, right?
Yeah, boy.
So this is
not the devil's, boy.
Quando Rondo's life is all about survival. He's been through the struggles, growing up rough and having to fight to stay on top. It's no wonder then when he talks about gorillas and lions, he's straight up talking about the harsh reality of his world, where he had no choice but to be tough. In such a context, phrases like devil's advocate aren't just playful expressions but potential triggers, especially if they sound like an invocation of something sinister or threatening.
Who has ever put a hand
Back in August 2024, some high-level drama pops off on Trapland TV. This was a full-blown fight between two rappers, Coco and Young Vadu. And yeah, the cameras caught everything. Now this wasn't just a quick argument or a little push. It was that kind of brawl that makes headlines and racks up millions of views in hours. And for anyone who's followed their history, this clash didn't come out of nowhere. The beef between Coco and Vadu had been simmering for months, maybe even years. Let's rewind. Coco and Young Vadu had never liked each other. Both from Florida and coming up in a rap scene around the same time, they would always share different styles and vibes. Coco's more serious about his music, while Vadu's kinda loud, funny, and often goes viral for being a little wild online. That mix never sat right. They've taken shots at each other before, sneak disses in interviews, shady gram stories, and even clips showing Vadu running from a fight. The tension was real, and fans knew it. So, When Trapland TV announces that they'd be on the same podcast episode, everyone knew something was about to go down. But no one expected it to go this far. I mean, the episode started cold. You could feel it. Both rappers barely making eye contact, fake smiles, answering questions with dry sarcasm, and sat stiff like they were ready for anything. Then Vadu claimed he was the real deal. Coco smiled, takes a sip from his drink, and claps back hard.
On my soul! Hey, yo, listen, y'all. I've been doing this for 4 years, y'all. I've been talking to everybody who has ever put a hand.
And just like that, boom, everything exploded. Vadu stands up, Coco follows, one swing, then another, mics get knocked over, chairs are flying, the whole set is turning into a street fight with lights and cameras rolling, people are screaming, crew members are rushing in, and security's trying to break it up. It's pretty wild. Security finally does separate them. No one's seriously hurt, but their reputations? Not so lucky. On September 7th, 2018, a high heel went flying, a forehead gets bruised, and two of the biggest female rappers in the game nearly throw hands at New York Fashion Week. Oh, it wasn't about fashion that night, but a full-on celebrity showdown. At the Harper's Bazaar Icons party, things were supposed to be glamorous. Rich people sipping champagne, designers showing off, cameras flashing. But when Cardi B saw Nicki Minaj across the room, man, she did not hold back. She storms towards her, yelling, clearly ready to throw down. And then, out of nowhere, Cardi takes off a shoe and launches it across the room. No one expected that. It missed Nicki, and somehow Cardi ended up with a huge bump on her own forehead. This moment, caught on dozens of phones, instantly went viral. But this wasn't some random fight here. Cardi and Nicki been beefing for a while. Fans noticed little sneaky jabs on social media, shady interviews, and lots of drama between their fan bases. But things really exploded when Cardi felt Nicki was liking mean posts about her being a bad mom. That's when Cardi said,
"Enough is enough."
Like she'd already warned people.
Talk about Mike hit it, and it's on site.
Nicki didn't fight back that night. She would stay calm and let security handle it. Later, she called the whole thing embarrassing on her podcast. Cardi, on the other hand, posted this long message on the gram saying that she'd kept quiet long enough and wasn't gonna let that disrespect slide anymore. Cardi's dragged out of that party barefoot with a bruise and a lot of headlines. Nicki stayed cool and collected while the internet exploded. This wasn't just a cat fight nor a publicity stunt, but years of tension boiling over in front of the world. And whether it was about pride, respect, or just two huge egos finally clashing, it made history.
Away from me!
Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Hey man, I'm protecting us
No,
now.
get away from me!
On January 13th, 2022, around 3 a.m. in downtown LA, something wild happened. Kanye West, now called Ye, was caught on video punching a man right in the face outside the Soho warehouse, and it was all recorded for the world to see. The man who got hit was just a fan, asking Ye for an autograph, you know, like any fan might, but something was clearly off with Mr. Kanye.
Away from
Give me
me!
your hand. Give me your hand.
Hey man, I'm protecting us
No,
now.
get away from me!
I'm protecting us now.
Give me your hand. I am your family. I am your family.
In the video, he's yelling at people nearby, furious, talking fast and loud, and sounding really upset. I mean, the fan takes a step closer, and that's when Ye lost it. He throws a punch, drops this guy to the ground.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Ain't no hand! No, no! You were supposed to talk to her!
Why did he just do that?
So, this wasn't just a random fight. This was during a time when Kanye's personal life was kind of falling apart. His divorce from the Kardashian chick was all over the news. He was posting strange things on Instagram, beefing with other celebrities like Pete Davidson of all people, saying things that had people seriously worried. The man wasn't just stressed, he looked like he was about to explode. Police called it a misdemeanor battery. So, Ye didn't get arrested, but that video quickly went viral. Some people said it was Ye being Ye, others said it was a sign that he needs some serious help. Either way, it became one of the most talked about celebrity freakouts of the year. But if you thought that was bad, you gotta hear what Ye did again recently in May 2025. So Ye sits down with British TV host Piers Morgan, talking about a controversial new song he'd released. Like these lyrics were so offensive, people would accuse him of spreading hate. Now this interview was supposed to be a way for Ye to explain himself, or maybe clean up the mess. But things didn't go that way. The friction started pretty early, when Morgan referred to the artist by his former name, Kanye West? Ignoring Ye's well-publicized legal name change. Man, that's a move that Ye interpreted both as disrespectful and dismissive. He immediately challenges the host, setting a combative tone that lingered throughout the entire exchange. What could have been a tense but controlled conversation spirals into absurdity when Morgan claimed that he had 32 million followers on X. Ye, quick to fact-check in real time, interrupted to correct him that he had 33 million.
You're not gonna take inches off my dick, bro. Like, how many followers do I have?
Well, how many is it?
Rather than smoothing over this mistake, Ye leans into it, using the moment to mock what he saw as Morgan's attempt at diminishing him and being sloppy at his job as a journalist. What followed would be a flurry of petty barbs, numbers-based jabs, and performative ego clashes. Ye turned a one-digit difference into a symbolic point about misinformation and credibility, while Morgan tried with limited success to reclaim authority over this horrible conversation.
I'm told
gonna
it's
do whatever you
33
want.
million now, so congratulations. You're slightly bigger following than I thought.
No, congratulations, your information is correct.
Then Pierce tried to ask Ye some tough but fair questions about whether he understood how his words affected people. Instead of answering, Ye doubles down on the earlier mistake Pierce made, simply making some excuses that were hard to understand. And then without warning, he takes off his mic, stands up, and walks out of this interview.
We can circle back when you can count.
Okay. Where's he gone, Sneaker?
It was awkward. Cameras were still rolling, Pierce is all confused, and Ye's already out the door mumbling. We go way back to June 14th, 2012. Just another wild night at the WIP in NYC, until it turns into a full-blown WAR between two of the music's biggest stars, Drake and Chris Brown. Here's what happened. Both Drake and Brown are at the club that night. There's already bad blood between them because of Rihanna. Chris dated her, and Drake had also been linked to her. Things were already tense, and it didn't take much to set it off. Chris is sending a bottle to Drake's table. Maybe to be polite, maybe to start trouble. Either way, Drake reportedly sent that shit back with a note saying something cold like,
"I'm with the love of your life."
And that's all it took. Suddenly, bottles are flying across the club. People are screaming. Security guards are rushing in. The music stopped. Broken glass was everywhere. Even the NBA player Tony Parker, who happened to be there, got injured by some flying shrapnel. Videos of the fight weren't clear, but the aftermath was super clear. Blood on the floor, people crying, furniture flipped. It looked like a riot had broken out. Police came and reports were filed, but nobody gets arrested for this. Meanwhile, both Drake and Chris are getting serious heat for that drama, with lawsuits following.
Wait. No, wait.
Where's the security guard? Where's the security guard?
On June 25th, 2017, celebrities were showing off outfits, smiling for photos, answering a few harmless questions at the red carpet event at the 2017 BET Awards. But when Migos showed up, things go from cool to tense in seconds. Cameras are rolling, the internet's watching, and suddenly, we had one of the most tweaked out moments in rap history. The group had just blown up with their hit song Bad and Bougie. They're on the top of the world. But when DJ Academics, one of the hosts of the show Everyday Struggle, asks Takeoff why he wasn't in the song, woo, it gets awkward fast. Takeoff wasn't having this. He gives a sharp answer, staring straight at Academics and calmly asking,
"Did it look like I was left off on Bad and Bougie?"
The line instantly became a viral meme.
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What'd you say?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Yeah.
Do it look like I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What'd you say?
Do it look like I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Nah.
Now, Academics is known for asking some bold questions, but he clearly didn't expect that kind of heat. He nervously laughs and tries to play it cool, but the energy had already shifted. And that's when Joe Budden, former rapper and co-host, steps in with some serious attitude. Joe had this annoyed look from the start, arms crossed, giving off major "I don't care" vibes. Out of nowhere, he stands up, drops his mic on the ground. Yeah, dropped it, right in the middle of the interview. that mic drop hit like a slap in the face. Quavo and Offset didn't like that. The moment Joe gets up, the Migos stand up too. Suddenly, it looks like a fight's about to break out right there on the red carpet. Security rushes in. People are backing up. Everyone's ready for punches to fly.
Wait. No, wait.
Where's their security guard? Where's their security guard? Chill.
So, what happened here? It wasn't just the question about Bad and Bougie. It was the way it was asked and who asked it. At the time, people online were already teasing Takeoff for not being on the track, so when AK brought it up, it felt more like he was poking fun than asking a real question. Add in Joe Budden's mic drop, and it comes off as pure disrespect. In rap culture, respect is everything. Lose it, and things get ugly fast. Memes pop up everywhere, fans are replaying that clip over and over. People are analyzing this moment like it's a sports highlight. One side was saying Migos was just defending themselves. The other was saying Budden was being pretty rude. Yeah, Budden didn't care. He goes on the podcast and said the interview was boring and didn't regret anything. Meanwhile, Migos laughed it all off, even joking about it on stage and online. On October 5th, 2022, things went completely out of control during a podcast when two famous internet rappers lose their cool on camera. The Island Boys, twin brothers who became internet famous for that crazy unique look and odd freestyle songs. Now they're being interviewed on the Danza Project. During the show, YouTuber LaMike would ask them if they would kiss it out to end a public argument they had. What happened next was pure chaos.
Yes, I would love to see you try that. Bro, what are you talking about? I would love to see you try that.
The twins didn't laugh it off. Instead, they got angry. Really angry. They stand up, start shouting, ready to throw down. The body language, their tone, everything turned pretty aggressive. You could feel that tension through the damn screen, man. What started as a funny interview quickly became a serious situation, and everyone in the room looked kinda shook. To understand why they reacted so strongly, well, gotta look at their past a bit. These crazy boys became famous back in 21 after some short video of them singing a strange freestyle in a swimming pool went viral. We all don't know why, but it happened. We guess people either found them funny or just couldn't believe what they were watching. They had wild hair, tats on their faces, some strange fashion choices, and many people don't see any kind of talent. Now, to make things worse, the Island Boys would upload this video of them kissing each other online. Because why not? Turned out to be a big mistake, I guess. It attracted more ridicule than they'd ever expected. So the internet is now making them popular. The hip-hop world is not taking them seriously. In rap culture, especially in hardcore scenes, respect is earned through struggle, talent, and real-life experience. Many people saw these Island Boys as outsiders who definitely didn't belong, and this made them all defensive. So, when someone made a joke that seemed to challenge their manhood or image, they reacted with anger rather than humor. The question about kissing it out may have seemed harmless to some, but to the twins, it felt like an attack on their pride, reputation, and their crazy relationship. It would be this same kissing incident that leads us to another rapper who gets triggered about it. We got Baby Los making a big scene in September 2023 because of a question about this. What began as another edgy podcast episode veered into full-blown chaos when underground rapper Baby Los turns this live interview into a near-hostage situation. Yo, Baby Los wasn't always this unhinged. He first rose to online prominence around 2020, riding shotgun on the viral wave of the Island Boys. His close friendship with that bizarrely tattooed duo earned him the nickname the Fourth Island Boy, and for a time, he would enjoy that fame. He was with them during their infamous Hawaii brawl, the one that plastered headlines and confirmed their status as tabloid bait buffoons. Baby Los was a permanent fixture in their orbit, until it seems he wasn't. In a recent episode of Rico's podcast, it becomes clear that the relationship soured. Lil Rico brought up the Island Boys, specifically mentioning that video where they were making out, and he's asking Baby Los if he'd seen any kind of strange behavior during their time together.
Baby Los, I gotta ask you, bro, like this is, everybody wants to know, did you see the Island Boys kiss?
Bruh. Stop mentioning them dudes for real, bro. Like,
Baby Los's response was clipped, defensive.
They weren't like that when I was around.
He snapped, already irritated. But Rico doesn't back off, pressing further. And that's when it all goes south. In a moment that went instantly viral for all the wrong reasons, Baby Los reaches down, pulls a gun out, and points it point blank at Lil Rico. Time stopped. Rico sat paralyzed, caught between disbelief and the barrel of a loaded warning. That he even continues this interview afterward feels surreal.
But like, this interview ain't about that. Like, it could go down in this interview, bro. Like, do you want it to go down in this interview?
EBE Bands, a drill rapper from Chicago, was being interviewed by DJ Vlad when the conversation turned to another white rapper, Slim Jesus. An article had called Bands the next Slim Jesus, and that didn't sit well with him at all. Drill music is pretty hardcore, man, from the streets of Chicago. It's known for being intense, violent, and full of real-life stories from dangerous neighborhoods. Bands grew up in this scene and sees himself as someone who really lived the drill life.
Ain't no next nothing, I've been out before him. Months, years before him. In all honesty, I ain't blow up because my shit look real.
So when fools compare him to Slim Jesus, who went viral in 2015 but later admitted that he wasn't really involved in any kind of violent lifestyle his music talked about, Bands took it as a deep insult.
Not no fool, foolery. Motherfuckers using CO2 guns and shit, boy, nah, man, nah. No.
Oh, he didn't just speak up. He made his point by pulling out a gun during the interview, showing he's not someone to be compared to another viral rapper with no street credibility. The guy wasn't just angry. You see, Bands is all about that respect. He wasn't some internet rapper pretending to be tough, man. He's the real deal, and he wants everyone watching to know that. We go back to April 2018, South Carolina. And what was supposed to be a wild but fun concert quickly turns into one of the craziest, most out-of-control rapper moments ever caught on camera. We got NBA YoungBoy, known for his intense energy, wild behavior, doing what he always does, jumping straight into the crowd. And that's when everything went wrong. You see, at first, the crowd was loving it. Fans are screaming his lyrics, reaching out to touch him. But not everyone was there just for the music. Some people wanted more than a high five. Maybe they wanted his gold chain. YoungBoy must have sensed something was off because in the middle of his crowd surfing, he tried to take off that chain to protect it. But before he could get it off, someone in the crowd reaches up and tries to snatch it. Bad idea, man. Really bad idea. In a split second, YoungBoy turns aggressive. He ain't gonna let anybody take his chain without a fight. He starts throwing punches, fast. So fast his security couldn't react right away. Oh, the fans started screaming and backed off. Now, if you followed NBA YoungBoy, this kind of moment doesn't really surprise you. He's not just famous for his music, but also known for his temper and fights. By the time he was 18, he'd already been in trouble many times. Fights with his own team, trouble with the law, growing up in tough conditions, and sometimes it seems like he carries that energy wherever he goes, even on stage. On March 15th, 2021, hip-hop fans witnessed some of the most surprising and awkward moments rappers have ever had on camera. Now, these moments showed how the truth and hype get mixed up sometimes, and how celebrity egos can create some dramatic scenes. This one's about Soulja Boy's Millions is Millions situation that quickly went viral. During this interview, Soulja claimed that he had a huge endorsement deal worth $400 million. Well, that kind of shocked everyone, and it made it seem like he was making some serious money outside of music.
You had a $400 million deal with the World Poker
That was
Fund.
facts. What is what?
You said it was an $80 million a year contract for 5 years for in-flight
Facts,
gaming.
nigga, Google it. I still got the contract right now. What is you talking about?
But later we found out that that number wasn't accurate. The deal was totally for stock shares worth about $2.5 million, a much smaller amount.
The company said it turned out that it was just shares that were valued at $2.5 million.
Well, millions is millions, baby.
No, Soulja. Millions is not millions. You can't say 400 million.
Even though the money claim was exaggerated, one phrase he used became very popular online. People used it as a meme to highlight how celebrities sometimes mix facts with exaggerations. It's in these moments that show us how confusing and strange celebrity culture can be, where that line between real success and hype is often unclear.
Yeah, I got an important question to ask too. Can I ask you a question? Yeah, what you want to ask me? When did you snitch on someone?
Skinny from the 9 and Como used to be close back in the day. They worked on music together when they were both just starting. Skinny even helped Como get noticed as a producer. But over time, they drifted apart. So when fans saw that they were going to do a podcast together back in February 24, man, everyone was hoping for a reunion, maybe even the start of a new friendship. Sadly, it was the complete opposite. From the moment this interview started, Como showed up with some bad energy. He made fun of Skinny's name in a rude, mockingly kind of way, clearly trying to get under his skin.
Do they still call you that, by the way? Skinny from the 9?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, like, you're not in the 908 anymore. You moved to Las Vegas. And also, you're fat.
But the name calling was just the beginning. As the interview goes on, things get a lot worse. The host brings up some personal topics about Skinny's past, legal problems, internet rumors. Skinny gets all upset and accuses the host and Como of trying to embarrass him just to get more views. He felt like they didn't care about the truth, only the drama. But then it gets messed up when Como makes fun of a serious health issue. A few days before the interview, Skinny had posted a video explaining that he had Bell's palsy, a condition that causes one side of his face to be temporarily paralyzed. He opens up about it, hoping people would understand. But instead of showing any kind of support, Como uses this as a joke, saying that Skinny hadn't dropped any good music lately because half his face doesn't work. At that point, Skinny was done. He stands up, shouts that he's ready to fight everybody in the room, even with Bell's palsy. Man, he's furious, and honestly, who could blame him?
Smack the shit out of this nigga. Smack the shit out the cameraman. Smack the shit out of this goofy This all y'all niggas get smacked. Press play on y'all bitch ass niggas.
But then it goes from straight up horrible to disrespectful. Como brings out a guy in a rat costume. In rap culture, a rat means snitch, someone who tells the police about everybody else. And there had been rumors that Skinny had told on rapper Almighty J during a past legal case. By bringing out that rat, Como was basically calling him a snitch on camera. Skinny loses it. He jumps up, rushes across the table to fight Como, but security's pretty quick and stops him before it all gets physical. It's a total mess, and an obvious setup.
I don't even know why he's here. He was supposed to be security.
Chill.
Now, this wasn't even the first time Skinny had been pushed like that. Back in May 2022, something similar happened at what looked like an amusement park. A fan comes up asking Skinny for a selfie, but was secretly recording and starts mocking him.
Oh my goodness.
What's good, bro?
Yo.
What's good? You want to take a picture?
Yeah, I got an important question to ask too. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what you want to ask me?
When did you snitch on someone?
Skinny snapped immediately, punched that guy, and chased him off camera.